Hi, what's up? It's your boy, Zuko. How you doing? Nice to see you. I want to talk about something that I've been working on for quite a while. Something that kind of had a rise and then fall, and now we're getting right back into the rise of it again. I've actually got a plan this time. Not that I didn't have one before, but now I've got something more solid, and I'm in a much better place mentally. So, what I want to talk about is a project called The Masked Planet. Now, The Masked Planet is an MMORPG with a focus on community, roleplay, and long-term story building. The scene is set on an ancient planet, but players will have access to high-level tech, creating a mix of ancient, modern, and futuristic time periods. So basically, I'm trying to create an MMORPG in Minecraft. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's been done. It's been done a million times. Let me convince you that this MMORPG is going to stand out from the rest, and I'll tell you why. All right, now big horizons, big money. All right, this is a huge idea. This is not something that's just going to be done overnight. It's going to take support. All right, so here's the story. Right, the Masked Planet is a distant alien world that has been hidden away from the galaxy for millennia. No one's been in contact with it. No sentient species have been in contact with it. It's just been on its own for a very long time. That is, until you, the players, were attacked in your species transport ship by an unknown assailant and crash landed into the southern hemisphere. Being millions and millions of miles of light years, I should say, millions and millions of light years from any intelligent life, you've become stranded in this unknown world. Now, you must use technology and community to colonize the Masked Planet and fend off the hostile creatures that inhabit it. What will you do? Will you seek out adventure, exploring out to a foreign land? Will you farm, mine, or fish to earn an honest living and purchase land in the city? Will you climb the political ladder and get elected an overseer of a colony? Will you create and become a superstar in the entertainment industry of the society of the Masked Planet? All this and more awaits you in this MMORPG. See, alright. Let's get technical, all right? This is a lot coming out my ass at this point. It's just ideas. Let me give you a little roadmap, a little sheet of things that we need that we're going to work on over time. All right. So first off, RPG elements. I've determined that the best RPG elements I can get for this server are the multiple plugins designed by Mythic Mobs. They offer custom mobs, items, classes, skills, artifacts, loots, quests, jobs, and so much more. All these things that we will need to successfully run the basics of an RPG server. I've already begun testing with Mythic Mobs, but I do intend to purchase their entire set of plugins for around $80 once the funds have been acquired. Moving on to building. Now, this world is pretty massive, right? I actually already have the map designed. I hired a map designer and builder on Fiverr a while back to create the terrain for this map, and they did a great job. That being said, there is still a lot to be terraformed. There's a lot to be terraformed, and on top of that, a lot to be built before this even comes close to completion. I'm hoping to recruit builders who are inspired and excited to work on a project like this, as I honestly don't really have much of a budget, but I do have a few people in mind, and hopefully more will come as we build this project. Next up, economy. This server will run on an item-based economy, meaning your currency will be physical. I'm already using the Gringotts plugin, which pairs well with the essentials. I also have advanced region markets paired with World Guard to allow me to create plots that players can purchase within cities and towns that will be built as we progress. Pretty much anything that's not residential will be built by builders, though players will have the option to purchase land and create, whatever they want to make, a shop, a strip club, I don't know, a venue, a bar, whatever. There's brewing, that's another thing that's in there. so that they can make, people can make money in with their plots, stuff like that. As I said before, fishing, mining, farming, jobs will be put into place to offer alternative ways to make money. I hope to create some futuristic jobs that involve tech, so that it fits the narrative. MMO Core by Mythic Mobs takes care of most of this. Pretty much the only thing that we'll most likely need is a shop plugin for player and admin economy so that people can sell stuff. Next up, transportation. As the server progresses, there will be a need for transportation. Now, of course, we could just use waypoints. We could just have some quick teleport, some spells, stuff like that. But that's baloney. We're in a technology-based world, but we don't have teleporters, right? No teleporters here. Instead, I prefer to use the more hardcore approach of adding transportation via bullet trains. That's right. From major city to major city, there will be bullet train tracks that you can pay to access and travel to different parts, to different regions of the world. And then that being said, if you want to go deeper into the forest, you're just going to have to walk in. Now this I'm going to have to find or make a plugin for, of course. Don't have too much yet, but that is a plan. Next up, lore. Lore is a major part of this server. Lore is something that can't be added with a plugin. It's the backbone of the roleplay elements. It's the backbone of the mobs. It's the buildings. It's the quests. It's the history. It's what's going to bring this server to life. Is a extensive lore for people to delve into and understand who the players are as a species, what other species exist on the planet, what possible civilizations might have existed before these people landed here, ancient ruins, things like that, different regions, bosses, players, NPCs, that kind of stuff. It's all got to be written out with lore before we can actually implement it. Even if we have all the plugins, all that stuff, we're not just going to be going willy-nilly, just adding things in here and there. We got to have a solid idea of how these things can all be tied together. So that is something that I do hope to really work a lot on myself. However, despite my creative ability, it will be something that I don't intend to do alone, because it is quite time consuming, and I do want to have other ideas and opinions on this project. I don't want to be a mastermind of this. I do want to be, well, I guess I would be like the overseer, but I really want people to push their own creative limits and come up with their own ideas to add to this world. I don't want it to be all just my creation. And so yeah, I hope to get lore masters who are skilled in things like lore creation. You know, people who play D&D. I actually know a few dungeon masters that could possibly help out. People like that who would over time help us to build the story of this project. Next up, entertainment. Now this is something that I hope will set the project out from the crowd, alright? The plan is to implement entertainment into the world. This means that I hope to add working venues and theaters where players can pay money to catch a virtual concert, a sports game, a gladiatorial combat event, or maybe even a talk show. This will, no doubt, take a custom plugin, but I'm optimistic that with support and time this can be done, and I'm very excited for it. Finally, government. This is the final component that I do think will set this apart from other roleplay servers as well, and that is the idea of a player-run government. This means that there will be elections for regions, there will be campaigns, there will be city funds that overseers and people in positions of government can actually manage the finances, can manage the social structure, can manage things like military, that kind of stuff. And and actually have a chance to be elected. It would very much give the chance for people content creators who want to try their hand at running a server, running a town, something like that, or just in general, it's going to create an interesting environment for the players, as there will be superiors. There will inevitably be things like revolutions or protests, stuff like that. And I really would just love to get a plugin that just can encompass all that to give players the freedom to have that kind of government. Something that could even mimic a real-life society. Again, this is very much a reach. This is not going to be an easy thing to accomplish. It will take a very skilled plugin creator to make this happen, but I'm optimistic that with support and time, this can be done. This can be done. All it takes is one skilled person who's in on it. All it takes is one person to donate a good amount of money for me to hire someone. Or someone to come in for free who just loves the idea of the project. Anything can happen with time and support. Alright, so just to recap, MMO in Minecraft, government, entertainment, full society in a full futuristic society in an ancient world, filled with adventure, filled with just so much to explore, stories, an overarching story that will progress as the project goes on. When the server starts, there will actually be phases of the server, and I mean, it'll have an end date. It'll have a start and an end date. It'll actually play out from start to finish, and players will get to see this entire thing unfold when it is complete. So this is a passion project for me. I've been playing Minecraft since the beta days. I've been playing Minecraft for a long time, and almost as long as that, I've been playing on MMO servers, I've been playing on roleplay servers, and I've been playing on townie servers. All just some of my favorite things. I do like mini games as well, but those servers just really, I just love the communities, things like that, like factions. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of factions because it's too just pitting people against each other. The idea of this is there will be tensions, but essentially it will be one society. So I'm hoping to combine my love of MMO-styled Minecraft with roleplay and community to create a living and breathing society within the confines of a dangerous alien world. I have a lot in store for the long-term project. And my goal is not to eventually profit, but rather to be able to sustain this project on its own with donations. If you want to support me, or if you want to support the project, I should say, because pretty much if you're supporting me, you're supporting the project, because this is just what I do, Minecraft and music, and I'm not really spending anything on the music. So, if you want to support me, please consider donating to my Patreon, joining the Patreon. You'll get access to my exclusive podcast that will be only played on Patreon called the ZukoCast, that I will be trying my best to upload every day. I will be talking with members of the community. I'll be talking with content creators within my niche and people that I'm going to be reaching out to try and get people on the podcast as we go. I'm already about 5 episodes in and more just coming and coming. So if you want to see how that goes, if you want to hear me talk about this project as well as just other random bullshit, just please donate to the Patreon. On top of that, you will get access to the test server where this is taking place. You'll be able to explore the map that already exists, and you'll also be able to help me play test the game as it grows. You'll be able to help me find bugs. You'll be able to see the process of this entire project as it comes to life, because it really will be a process. I expect at least a good 2 years before this actually starts to take off. This is very early development. This is just the brainstorm. This is the idea, and I'm putting it out there because I want to be transparent in this. I want people to know that this is what I want to make with this, and I don't want that to be tainted. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching this video. If you want to see this thing happen, please share this or get involved by joining my Discord. We have an amazing community. I'm very grateful for the community that already exists. Shout out to everybody in there, especially the mods. Amelia, you already know. Every new member is a blessing, so please hop in the Discord, say what's up. If you want to get involved, DM me. You're welcome to hit me up on the Discord server or in the DMs. You know, I'm a pretty chill dude. I'm around. You know, I might take a little bit to respond depending on the flow of messages, but I will try my best. I will try my best. That being said, that's it. That's all I got. If you have any questions on what this is, on how you can help, on just what I have in store, and if you have any experience in this kind of stuff, because I'm not gonna act like I'm a mastermind. I'm not gonna act like I know what I'm doing. I'm learning this as I go. This takes time. I've spent the last couple days just not making plugins, but downloading plugins and testing them and working with config files, and it's hard. It's not easy, but I'm very much excited regardless to continue and learn, and hopefully learn from other people who are more knowledgeable than myself. So yeah, if you want to be a part of this, like, let me know. All right, well, that's that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys around. Zuko.